Hello everyone. I welcome you all to Keralakam CBSE School Moodle online classes. So in previous class we discussed theorem 9.1. So based on that today we will start new exercise 9.2. So here in exercise 9.2 first problem. We are given this diagram, one parallelogram ABCD. And here on line AE, this AE is perpendicular to CD, and another line CF, this CF is perpendicular to AD. This is point F. CF is perpendicular to AD. So here what are given in this figure? ABCD is a parallelogram. Here this AE is perpendicular to CD, and here the CF is perpendicular to, this AE is perpendicular to CD, and this CF is perpendicular to AD. If AB is equal to 16 centimeters, this AB is 16 centimeter and AE is 8 centimeter. This AE length is 8 centimeter and CF, this length CF is 10 centimeter. Find AD. We have to find out length of AD. So now to calculate length of AD, first we will consider in parallelogram ABCD. Here in parallelogram ABCD, here this AB equals to CD because these two are opposite sides of parallelogram, and we know that opposite sides of parallelogram are equal to each other. Therefore, AB equals to CD. AB equals to CD, which is equals to length of AB is 16 centimeter. Means length of CD should be 16 centimeter only. Here in bracket I will write opposite sides of parallelogram. Okay. So now we know that area of parallelogram, area of parallelogram equals to, what is the formula? Area of parallelogram equals to base into corresponding altitude. To calculate area of parallelogram, formula is base into corresponding altitude. So here in this parallelogram, if we consider CD as the base, then altitude is, corresponding altitude is AE. CD is the base and corresponding altitude is AE. Okay, like that only. If we consider AD as the base, corresponding altitude is CF. See here, if we consider CD as the base, corresponding altitude is AE. Like that, if we consider AD as the base, this CF is the altitude. Okay, so here If we use any of these base and altitude, we should get same area only, because these two are base base and altitudes of same parallelogram. This CD and AD are sides of the same parallelogram, and this CF and AE are altitudes of the same parallelogram ABCD. Therefore, we can write here this AE. First, I will write base. What is the base? CD. CD into altitude AE equals to, if I consider base as the AD, altitude is CF. You can use any of these two to calculate area of this parallelogram, because these are the base for same parallelogram, altitude for same parallelogram, so that we can write CD into, means here CD into AE equals to AD into CF. So now they have given values of CD. CD value is 16 and AE value is 8 they have given, and we have to calculate value of this AD, and again they have given, they have given value of CF also. Here we have to calculate value of AD only. So here I will write CD value is 16 into AE value is 8. Here they have given length of AE is 8 equals to, next AD we have to calculate, they have given to calculate length of AD into length of CF. What is the length of CF? 10. So now to calculate length of AD, what we can do? I will move this 10 to left hand side. So what it becomes? Division. Here it is multiplication. When I move it to left hand side, it becomes division. Therefore 16 into 8 divided by 10. Therefore AD is equals to 16 into 8 means what we will get? 128 divided by 10. So now 128 divided by 10 means answer will be length of AD equals to 12.8 centimeters. We calculated length of the AD. See here again, we have given the parallelogram ABCD where AE is perpendicular to CD and the CF is perpendicular to AD. They have given length of AB, which is 16 centimeter. If it is 16 centimeter, then CD should be 16 centimeter only. Why? Because we know that in parallelogram opposite sides are equal, and again they have given length of CF, which is 10 centimeter, and length of AE, which is 8 centimeter, and here we have to calculate length of AD. So to calculate this, we know the formula. Area of parallelogram is equals to base into corresponding altitudes. Here, first we will consider this CD as altitude base, and for this corresponding altitude is AE. Therefore, CD into AE. This should be equal to. Next, we will consider this AD as the base, and corresponding altitude is CF. Therefore, AD into CF. So the area should be equal only. Why? These are the base and altitudes of the same parallelogram. So next we will substitute values they have, what they have given. CD value is 16 and AE value is 8, and we have to calculate AD value, and CF value is 10. So that AD is equal to 16 into 8. I will take this 10 to left hand side. Therefore, this is divided by 10. So AD is equal to 16 into 8 means 128 divided by 10. Therefore, when you divide 128 by 10, what you will get? Length of AD is equals to 12.8 centimeter. Okay. So now I will move to the next problem, second one. So now, in second problem, if E, F, G and H are respectively midpoints of the sides of a parallelogram, is E, F, G and H are the midpoints of the parallelogram ABCD. Show that we have to prove that area of parallelogram EFGH equals to area equals to half of the area of ABCD. See here. First, we will consider one parallelogram ABCD. This is the parallelogram ABCD, and they are given that H of GH are the midpoints. So now this is the midpoint in AB and this is the midpoint in BC and this is the midpoint in CD and this is the midpoint in AD. They are given that E of GH are the midpoints in AB, CD respectively. Means here I will write E, and this is point F, this is point G and this is point H. Now I will join all these points. And we have to show that area of this E of GH equals to the half of the area of ABCD. Okay, so now first what we will do, we will join this HF, H and F. Join H and F. So now in parallelogram ABCD, here if AB is equal to CD and AD is parallel to CD, because we know that these are opposite sides of parallelogram. And we know that opposite sides of parallelogram are equal to each other and parallel to each other. Like that only now we will consider AD and BC. Like that only AD equals to BC. Here AD and BC. And now this AD is parallel to BC. Why? These are also opposite sides of parallelogram. So now what we can write? I will consider 1 by 2 to both sides. Means here AD equals to BC I have written. Now I will write 1 by 2 to both sides. Means 1 by 2 AD is equals to 1 by 2 BC. Why? Because if AD is equal to BC, then we can write 1 by 2 AD is equals to 1 by 2 BC, because I considered 1 by 2 to both sides. So now, like this only, here I will write this 1 by 2 AD means what we will get? 1 by 2 means 1 half of the AD means I will write here AH. Why 1 by 2 AD is equals to AH only? Because this H is the midpoint of AD. Therefore 1 by 2 AD means here I will write AH equals to 1 by 2 BC means 1 by 2 BC means I will write BF, because this F is midpoint of BC. Here I will write This AH is parallel to BF, and here also I will write AH is parallel to BF. Why AH is parallel to BF? Because we know that AD is parallel to BC, means this AH is part of AD and BF is part of BC. Therefore, AH is parallel to BF, and here 1 by 2 is equals to AH. Half of the AD means we have written AH, and half of the BC means we have written BF. Why? H and R are midpoints of AD and BC. H and this is not R, sorry, this is F. H and F are midpoints. So here now we got to know this AH here in parallel in coordinator ABFH. We got to know this AH and BF are equal to each other. These two are equal to each other and parallel to each other. Then we can say that ABFH, this ABFH is a parallelogram. Why? One pair of opposite sides are equal and parallel to each other. We proved here. Therefore, ABFH is a parallelogram. Here I write. Therefore, ABFH is a parallelogram. So now this triangle HEF and this parallelogram ABFH are on same base HF and between same parallel lines AB and HF. So here we can write, since triangle HEF and parallelogram ABFH, where you can see ABFH are on same base FH, both are on same baseline only, and between same parallel lines AB and FH. This triangle and this parallelogram are between same parallel lines FH and AB. FH and AB. So now, therefore, we can write area of triangle. This is triangle HEF equals to half of the area of parallelogram ABFH. See here, this triangle and parallelogram, these two are on same baseline FH, and between same parallel lines FH and AB. Therefore, we can write area of this triangle should be equal to half of the area of this parallelogram ABFH. So now, similarly, we can write what we can write here? This triangle HGF, area of triangle HGF should be equal to half of the area of What is the parallelogram we will get here? HFCD, or you can write HDCF. HDCF. Now this I will consider as 1. This is 1, and this I will consider as 2. Here I have written directly. Similarly means here this H is midpoint and F is midpoint, so that we know that this HD and FC are also equal to each other, and these two are parallel to each other. So if one pair of opposite sides of parallelogram are equal and opposite, then this is a parallelogram. HFCD or HDCF is a parallelogram, and since this HDF, triangle HDF and parallelogram HDCF are on same baseline HF, and between same parallel lines FH and CD, then we can write here I have written directly. Similarly, area of HGF equals to half of the area of HDCF, because these two are between same parallel lines and these are on same baseline. So now what we will do, we will add equation 1 and 2. So here I will write adding 1 and 2. So what we will get here, first we will add left hand part, area of triangle HEF plus area of triangle HGF equals to. So now we will add right hand part. This is second. So here right hand part, what we have 1 by 2 area of ABFH plus 1 by 2 here in second equation area of HDCF, So now here at the right hand side, what do we have? 1 by 2 common. This is common. So I will take 1 by 2 outside. So now what we can write, area of, here I will write, before writing right hand side, first we will consider left hand side only. Okay. So triangle HEF, here you can see in diagram, triangle HEF plus area of triangle HGF. When we add here in this diagram HEF and HGF, what we will get? This is triangle 1 and this is triangle 2. When we add these two, what we will get? We will get the quadrilateral EFGH. So here these two triangles, what we will get? EFGH. So here I will write at the left hand side, area of EFGH equals to. Now here at the right hand side, I will take 1 by 2 as common into bracket, area of ABFH plus area of HDCF. So now 1 by 2 here at the left hand side, area of EFGH equals to 1 by 2 ABFH. See here in diagram, ABFH means here ABFH, parallelogram 1, ABFH. First we got this parallelogram. Next, area of HDCF means here you can see HDCF means this second half parallelogram. So when you add these two parallelograms, what you will get? Parallelogram ABCD. So here I will write area of ABCD. Hence we prove area of the parallelogram EFGH equals to half of the area of ABCD. Okay. See here again, what we did? They are given one parallelogram ABCD and EFGH are the midpoints of this parallelogram. So we joined HF and what we did in this triangle ABC, in this parallelogram ABCD, we know that these two sides AB and CD are equal and parallel to each other. Like that only AD and BC are equal and parallel to each other. So now we can write that this AH equals to BF because H and F are the midpoints, and also we know that this AH is parallel to BF because these two are part of AD and BC. So AH and BF are equal and parallel to each other. Therefore, if these two are equal and parallel, you know that this ABFH is a parallelogram because if one pair of opposite sides are equal and parallel to each other, then this is a parallelogram. So now this ABFH and triangle HEF are on same base FH and between same parallel lines FH and AB. Now we can write area of this triangle HEF equals to half of the area of parallelogram ABFH. Similarly, we can prove like that only this area of triangle HGF equals to half of the area of HFCD. So when you add 1 and 2, what you will get? Area of EFGH, area of this EFGH equals to half of the area of ABCD, half of the area of this parallelogram ABCD. Okay. So I hope you are clear with these two problems. In next class, I will continue with third problem. Thank you all.